This week, the Department of Homeland Security extended the protections of TPS holders from Haiti and 3 other countries into next January. While it's being celebrated as a victory by Donald Trump's opponents, some are calling for more attention to be paid to the growing humanitarian crisis in Haiti, and that a more permanent solution can be found for TPS holders here. Welcome to DC Direct. I'm Lionel Donovan. Here in this show, we try to tackle some of the bigger issues, but we want you to weigh in. So please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at TRT World, and use the hashtag DC Direct to be a part of the conversation. In today's show, we're talking about the growing humanitarian crisis in Haiti. Around 46,000 Haitian immigrants received protected status in the U.S. after an earthquake devastated the country in 2010. Being granted temporary protected status provides access to services that would otherwise be denied to many undocumented immigrants. Wilne Destin, who currently qualifies for TPS, talked to us about how beneficial her newfound status has been for her.
In 2010, when the earthquake happened in Haiti, and the government announced we're gonna have a TPS, like temporary protected status, and I was so happy about it because when I had the TPS, it was, a life for me. Because it was, $1,000, so happy and proud, and to get that TPS. It was all I can ask for at that moment.
To get a better idea of what TPS is, we spoke to Loide Rosa Jorge, who specializes in immigration law.
Temporary status for individuals that are from foreign countries that have been debilitated by either natural disasters or some sort of internal conflicts. And in the last 20 and change years, you'll see folks from countries that have, like Haiti, been impacted by natural disasters like floods, earthquakes, tsunamis, and then there's the internal conflicts that you'll see from certain parts of the world like Central America and Syria and so on. So currently the figures are roughly 320,000. The largest group out of that is from El Salvador. Haiti is the third largest, has the third largest representation of 46,000.
What happens to the people that lose their TPS status?
As a matter of public policy, in the past when people lose their TPS status, normally the government just leaves them alone. The idea is you exposed yourself and you did so under the assumption that you would be protected. Now TPS is removed. In theory, you are going home.
Since the earthquake of 2010, the U.S. has sent over $5 billion to Haiti for disaster relief and reconstruction programs, but reports have emerged of mismanagement of those recovery funds. Haiti has also suffered from a host of other problems since then, including a cholera outbreak that put extra pressure on an already impoverished nation. 2017 also saw the end to a 13-year controversial UN peacekeeping mission involving sex abuse scandals. Today, Haiti remains the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Now, the country is facing a new crisis, this time a political one. Protesters across Haiti are calling for President Jovenel Moïse to step down, following exploding inflation and a weakened currency. Some advocates, like Isaie Marc, are calling for a more lasting solution for Haitian immigrants in the U.S.
Yes, I want TPS to extend, but that's not the solution. We extended for 2 years. 2 years come, same problem again. I think that, the Trump administration should figure a way, to get those people real status, right? Because they invest here. Their kids in college here. They pay bills here. They build their life around here, right? So I think we should come with a real solution, not keep extend TPS every 2 years. So maybe those people should get their green card. Haiti is still not ready to get to receive all those people. And not just Haiti. There's Honduras, Salvador. Yes, I support all those countries. They're still having the same problem. political problem and also economic, right? So those people can't go back because there is nothing for them to go back to.
But some Haitian immigrants say life for them has become more difficult under Donald Trump and that they've earned their place in U.S. society.
Because I don't think it's fair and just, because we hear and we know United States is based off immigrants, and 1,000 years ago, this country, immigrants come, you know, you senators, you in the Congress, you president, whatever, your parents have a background. We have to go back and look at the roots. And this government attack us as a TPS holder. They say we criminals, we drug dealers, we all this, all that. And I don't say we don't have any immigrants like TPS holder who do bad things, you know, but you cannot put everybody in the same basket. We have good people here. We come to work. We don't depend on the government. Since I'm here, I never depend on the government for nothing. I don't have even Obamacare. I always have my insurance. I always go to work. I never have food stamp, and I do the right thing, and I try to do the right thing. And I don't think it's fair and just for the government to call us all. I know if somebody doing something wrong, you have a system. Let the system deal with it. But you cannot pick and say all the immigrants are criminals. They this, they that. You know, this is hurting us, and our children are watching.
Well, that's all the time we have today in DC Direct, but please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at TRT World. And reach out to us with the hashtag DC Direct and let us know what you think about the situation in Haiti. Until next time, I'm Lionel Donovan.